Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and if you're not new, thank you guys so much for coming back. I really appreciate your support. So today I'm going to try and make this video quick, but someone suggested, because in some of my videos I always mention like, oh, my husband doesn't like this or blah blah blah, and someone asked if I could do a video talking about the scents that my husband really hates or dislikes. So that is what I'm filming today. Keep in mind, this is just his opinion. And also keep in mind, I don't wear perfume for him. So usually, I really don't care if he likes it or not because I wear it for me. The only time I will declutter something or stop wearing it is if it really he is sensitive to scents. I've said that so many times in my videos. So my husband has allergies. He is pretty sensitive to fragrances. So if it's going to obviously nauseate him or give him a headache, or to the point where he's literally asked me to roll down the window in a car because it was too much for him. So if it's to that point, obviously I will have to declutter or stop wearing it. But for the most part, if he just doesn't like it, or if it's not his preference or what, I really don't care. I wear it for me. So should you. But you guys wanted to see it, so here it is. These are going to be the fragrances that my husband does not like or hates. Some of them I have and some of them I don't, but just to save time, I'm just going to include the pictures here. So first up, we have Cafe Intense Cafe, sorry, by Montale. He honestly really hates this, and it's because he says, first of all, it's too strong, which it is beastly. And if I'm not careful, I can overspray it. But even when I'm careful, he is honestly a hound. He can smell. His nose is insane. And I feel like that's part of the reason why he's sensitive to scents. And that's part of the reason why he doesn't like some of them, is because his nose is so extreme. But yeah, Intense Cafe, he says, first of all, he says there's a bitterness to it, which I'm pretty sure he's picking up on the coffee note, because the coffee note it does project on my skin. I know some people say that in that fragrance they can't smell it, but the coffee does pull on my skin. So it is a little bit of a dark bitter coffee, and I think that's what's giving it the bitterness that he says. And he also says that it's just too much, it's too loud for him, which is fair because it is pretty beastly. It's a very strong perfume. It lasts a long time. It's loud, it projects, and yeah, so he says that it's just a little bit too bitter, a little bit too strong, and too loud for his taste. Next up is Casa Blanca. So this one, he said it just smells synthetic and it gives him a headache. It nauseates him a little bit, and he says it's because it smells artificial and it's too sweet. So I don't really find that, to be honest. I like it. I feel like it smells like caramel, apple, and woods, and to me it's a really easy to wear perfume. So the fact that he says that is, I don't understand. But every time I wear that one, he's like, oh, what are you wearing? He says he doesn't hate it, but if it's if I'm wearing too much, it could give him a headache, because he said it's a little bit cloying, basically. He didn't say that word, but that's the word we use here. So it's a little bit cloying. It makes him nauseous and it gives him a headache, because he says it smells artificial, which maybe it does. I don't find that. It does not give me a headache. I find it actually very easy to wear, and I like it. I feel like it's a good oriental gourmand fragrance, but it is what it is. And then we have, I'm going to say Nina Ricci in general, because I've tried the pink bottle of Nina Ricci, and I've also tried the L'Extase, I think, which is the ombre black bottle. And both of those he hated. He said they smell way too mature. He actually said word for word that it made me smell like an old lady, which that's not the vibe I'm going for. I don't want him to think I smell like an old lady. So, and to be fair, in this situation, I actually do agree with him. I have decluttered both of those because I hated the way they smelled on me too, and I found they smelled too mature too, and that's because I think it might be a me problem, because I know a lot of people love those, but rose on me pulls very mature. Rose and my skin, they just don't mix very well. Which is weird, because that's why I like Intense Cafe, because it's a very sugary rose. So I love Intense Cafe because I find it to be a sweet, wearable rose for me. He happens to hate it because it's on this list. But these Nina Ricci ones, they were just too strong. They were just rose was all I got, and it was a fresh, clean, kind of mature rose, which is not my vibe, also not his vibe. So in this situation, we actually agreed because I hated them too. So again, I don't know if it's the perfume or if it's just how they play on my skin, because the rose in both of these is just no bueno on me. And then we have Elizabeth and James Amethyst. I included this in one of my declutter videos because he hated it to the point where, like, this is the one. I was a little bit traumatized from this because we were in the car and he actually asked me to roll down the window because he couldn't stand the smell of me. So that's never what I'm going for. So I did declutter it because he said that one was to the point. It had cedar, tobacco, and honey. So I think the sweetness mixed with the smokiness gave him a headache, and he said it was too, like, it didn't matter if I sprayed one spray or what, it was too much. He didn't like it. And I think he doesn't like smoky scents, and I'm like that sometimes too, because sometimes tobacco for me can give me a headache. But that one, I really liked the smell of amethyst, so I was so sad that I had to declutter that. But every time I wore it, he said it gave him a headache. And honestly, I feel like, I've said it before too, I feel like to a certain extent, men like when we stay in our lane. Like, they like when we smell kind of feminine. So I think that he was kind of always, I don't know, like, I caught him off guard when I was out here smelling like tobacco and cedar, you know? And he is sensitive, like, even with his own cologne. So yeah, that one he hated. He just always said it gave him a headache. It was too much, which is sad because I really liked it. And then we have Shoggoth Oud. This is another one that I actually already decluttered, Shoggoth Oud. And this was like not just him, but everyone in my house, like my sons, always said I smelled like a spice market. They hated it. This did have some sweetness, but I feel like on me, for the most part, this was very loud. It was very beastly, and that's what he said too, is the thing about my husband is first of all, he's sensitive, but also he doesn't like things that are too loud. He prefers more of like a subtle, like, come hither scent, you know? I've noticed that about him. And Shoggoth Oud, he said, was too loud. It was too obnoxious and it had too much going on. And to be fair, it is an oriental fragrance, so yes, it was loud. It lasted forever. And the opening for like a few hours, it was very spicy. It was very heady. So yeah, he just hated it, and he said that on me, it made me smell like a spice market. So he didn't like that. He said it was just too much going on, and it didn't smell like me, which I can kind of agree with, because I was expecting, like, I really wanted more sweetness from that. I did find it to be, I don't know, a little bit spicy, a little bit masculine, especially in the opening, and it could choke you out. It definitely, like, it was polarizing. So I think that's why he hated it, because it took over a room. Like, that's all you could smell. If I walked into the room, you could smell me. And we live in a small apartment, so maybe that's why he hated that one a lot. And next up, we have Yognog. So this is a Lush body mist. They come in the things that look like Windex, the Windex bottle. Yognog is actually one that I don't even care if he likes it or not, because I like it. I spray it. It's a body mist, but it does kind of last a decent amount of time on my skin, I'm not going to lie, and on my clothes. And this is more of like a winter, it's like a seasonal item they come out with every Christmas, I think. And obviously the name Yognog, what does it remind you of? Eggnog. So it's kind of reminiscent of eggnog. It has a creaminess, and then it has like some spices. Think of like nutmeg, cinnamon, cardamom, like stuff like that. So there's a little bit of spices, but like not pepper, like baking spices mixed with like a creaminess. It smells like Christmas to me, honestly. I really like it, but he hates it. I don't even know why, because he loves eggnog, but he hates it. Maybe I was just overdoing it, because I do spray it on me, and sometimes I will spray it like in my room, when just like how you would burn a candle. I like how it smells. I really enjoy it. I find it comforting, because I love eggnog. I love Christmas. I love warm scents, and it is warm. It's creamy. It has a little bit of spices in there, and I just really liked it. But he just honestly hates it, and I don't even know the reason. He just says it's too much, and I don't know what that means, because I don't think it's too much, but he literally hates when I wear that. That's another one that he's like, ugh, what are you wearing? So maybe it's the spices in there. I'm just coming to see, maybe he just doesn't like me wearing spicy scents, but maybe not, because Tom Ford Noir Perfume, he likes that one. So I don't know, but yeah, Yognog, he hates it. He told me from now on I'm not allowed to spray the room anymore. So it is what it is. He said if I want to spray it on me, that's my choice, but he doesn't want to sleep in a bed that smells like Yognog, so that's one that I'm not getting rid of though. And last but not least, I put Libra, YSL Libra on this list. This isn't one that like he's appalled by. He doesn't hate it, but he always tells me it's too strong, and that's just because Libra it's kind of a strong, it's a warm floral, but it's pretty beastly. It projects, you can smell it, it lasts a long time. So for that reason, he always tells me, like, I don't think he minds it, but he says like take it easy because he says it's strong. So again, I think this is just because he likes a subtle scent. Everyone has their preferences, and it sucks because he likes subtle and I like kind of bolder, darker scents, sweet scents. So opposites really do attract, I guess. Anyways, that is it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. It's kind of just a chill video, kind of random, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, if you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.